Good day, everyone. I'm Mrs. Peters, and you're welcome to my HR Corner. Today, I'll be talking to you about what you need to know when preparing to go for a visa interview. Listen, when you're going for a visa interview, if it is a one-on-one interview, some are drop bus, but for the first time, it's going to be a one-on-one interview. I will share my experience with you. Okay, so when going for an interview, some of you will just want, oh, interview, what are they going to ask me? You bought the form, you filled all those details they asked you. Do not submit yet. Make sure you print them out. Yes, because once you submit, you won't be able to print out. Print out before you submit, or if not possible, screenshot them so you can reverse them, because they're mostly the same questions that they will ask you. So you won't be saying something contrary to what it's already on their system that you filled there. Let me share my experience with you. I had a visa interview. It was a morning session. Getting there, I was running late, like 20 minutes to the deadline. The people there told me they had to do my documentation. They told me to hold on for afternoon session. I didn't want to hold on. I was like, I still had time. The lady said, no problem. You could join afternoon session. I was like, okay, no problem. I'll wait. So I said, hope it's not going to affect me, because what I have on my document here is morning session. He said, no problem. I gave it a chance and I sat down. Everybody came. When it was time, documentation came for afternoon session. I went to them. Can I start my documentation now? And they said, no, don't worry. Give it some time. Just hold on. Everybody was doing their documentation for the afternoon session. I went there, everybody was done, and I went to them again. Can I do my documentation now? And she told me, oh, sorry, ma'am, we just got a call from inside out. Whoever is for morning session should not enter for afternoon session. I'm like, but you told me to wait for my afternoon session. I told you I still had time. He said, okay, you see that young man over there? He did the same thing. He's for morning session, but he's coming for afternoon session. So in order to get picked in, he just paid a certain amount of money. You need to do the same. That was when I got it, that they were trying to rob me of my money. So I stood my ground and said, no way. And for morning session, you have to allow me get inside for this session, because you made me wait. And if you don't do that, I'm going to make a scene. Because my goal was, I really wanted to go see why they are denying the people, if they will give me or not. I wanted to learn, because everywhere I go, I try to be a student. I want to learn from every experience. Eventually, when she saw that I knew what I wanted, so she said, okay, they just called the morning session. People who missed morning session can come in now. I went inside. That made me the last person to get into the interview room. Like, everybody was seated. They called this person. Once they called this first person, the next person would take the other person's seat. Everybody shifts like a rotation. And I had to learn. I wanted to know, why are they telling the people yes that they are giving, and the people they are telling no, why are they telling them no? I saw a man and a woman. They were the interviewers. And like you've heard me say, most women don't like women. I don't know the problem women have with women, but I hope we sort that out someday. So I had my mind that I was going to go for the man. So when we got there, I saw a man come there and like, oh, I want my visa. I work. I have a company here. I have a company here. I'm going to the US to get some business deals. And they told him no. Oh, I was like, really? I saw a young boy go there. This boy was wearing this Abba, when I say Abba, like inferior jean. He wore it and he came there. He just said small thing. Okay, I want to go there. They saw his paper and they gave him his paper. Before they gave him, I was like, how can this person wear an inferior jean to this kind of place? At least dress well. Okay, that was what I thought. Guess what? They gave him his visa. I became humble. Yes, I became humble. If you are still watching this, if you have watched this far, please click on the like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more exciting episodes. So eventually, they saw a lady came there and they refused her. And she was like, in Nigeria Constitution is subsection this. I was told that if I'm denied visa more than 2 times, I have the right to an attorney. They just called the security man, please take her out. Wow. Then some other person went there, and a young girl just said, I want to go to school. She came with the dad, and they gave her the visa. I've learned a lot. A lady who was seated close to me, guess what? She was vibrating, shaking, and speaking in tongues. I wanted to hold her shoulder, but I didn't want to stop the flow of the anointing because there was so much fear in her. Eventually, the man and the woman, they pressed their bell at the same time. And the lady who was shivering went to the woman. I was so happy. And I went to the man. I was still there less than 10 seconds away when they denied the lady. Fear. Good. So they denied her. So when it got to my turn and the man asked me, oh, good morning, ma'am. I said, good morning, how you doing? I was trying to make a conversation. He didn't answer me anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Then he asked me a question. Why are you going to the US? I was going to New York part time, and I was going for a course, conflict resolution. And he asked me, why are you going to the US? I said I was going for a course, but I said a wrong course. I didn't know what happened. I just said a wrong course, but confidently. I said a wrong course confidently because what was on my paper was different from what I said. But my saving grace was I said it confidently. And he looked at me. He said, okay, now that you are going to the US for a training, are you not going to shop? Are you not going to move around, do shopping? And I remember that there was somebody they interviewed. They asked the person, when you get to the US, are you not going to travel, go around? US is a beautiful place. Are you not going to visit people or do shopping? This young man told them, oh, I have a brother in Maryland. I'm going to travel there. I have a brother in New Jersey. I'm going to go there to visit. And they denied him. Now they're asking me that question. Because I was attentive, I knew I had to know that that was a trap. Guess what I told them? I said, no, I'm not going shopping. I'm going from my hotel room to my conference hall, from the conference hall to my hotel room. He said, won't you want to shop? I said, no. If I want to shop, I'd rather go to Dubai. And he looked at me, and from my passport, you could see I traveled to Dubai. I've gone to Dubai before. He looked at me and said, congratulations, and gave me the slip to collect my visa. Wow. Wow. Did you learn something? Fear. A lot of you, out of fear, you go there. Like the lady that was so scared. They're like, are you coming to bomb this nation? What are you taking there? Do you want to harm them? It is not a do or die affair. Two things I said in my mind. It's either they tell you yes or they tell you no. The thing is, some people would rather die before they get to that place, which is not supposed to be so. Learn from every experience. If you have this mentality, even for job interviews, you'll be able to nail it. There is nothing big in getting visa. You just have to have the mentality that this confident mentality is either they tell me yes or they tell me no. It is not a do or die affair. I hope I've been able to share my idea and you've learned one or two things from this. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not, and like a comment so we can share ideas together. I look forward to hearing from you some other time. Bye for now.